Alright, guys, how's it going? It's Mr. Extra from Team Extra as always. So, I figured I'd make a video talking about Therion theory crafting for this format, guys. So, let's get into it. As you've seen on the screen, I actually have 6 deck lists for like Therion related stuff, and we'll just get into it. So, we'll go ahead and talk about this one first. Alright, so these are just like lists that I whipped up pretty recently that I feel like, adjust to the format, so to speak, or, just some theory crafting because I like Therions. Therions are really good right now. It's crazy, right? Alright, so this first list is with the Star engine. So we have the 3 Regulus, we got 3 Lily. We're running all the Therion names pretty much besides Irregular, because Irregular is so slow, and he is a level 10. So we're running the standard Therions. We're running triple Star just because Star lets you pretty much pitch a card from your hand to the grave to special itself, which also makes your Therion cards alive. We're running triple Jet, which we're gonna grit the Jet off the original Sinful Spoils here, and we're running 3 of the Wanted as well. Now you see there's Crows in here because I actually think Crow is personally really good for this format, right? It seems like it's really good. A lot of graveyard reliant shit that you can just clip. It's really good. So double charge, triple droplet, because droplet going second is crazy. We're running the triple field spell, triple imperm, triple ash. So ash, imperm, and crow is your main deck. We're running a stand up and a cross. Interesting thing about stand up, right, is stand up, if you, for example, you do your zombie vampire line or whatever, and this ends up in the graveyard, which, I mean, it can happen. Alright, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target 2 Therion monsters, 1 on field and 1 in your graveyard. Equip the monster from the graveyard to the other one you control. So it's kind of cool, little situational, right? But it's a good way to, like, pull your names from the graveyard, slap them onto the field, and it's like, so you can essentially put you can get a Regulus negate on the field during your opponent's turn if you didn't already have it before, or if you had to use it during your turn and then you end up setting this card too, or if you just mill it. Well, either or, it's pretty good with application. Extra deck is pretty simple. We got the Baron. We actually have Hot Red because we can make it in this build because we just make Scarred and Jet and do the Hot Red. And then you can go ahead, depending if Jet's used its graveyard effect or not, or if you brought it out through via Sinful Spoils package, you can turn this Hot Red into a Baron de Fleur, or you can just run like a Chaos Angel or something, a generic level 10 in here. So we have our standard XYZ package. This is going to look the same on all these lists for the most part, but, I mean, imagine Buzz King being one of them, because Buzz King isn't out yet, but it's going to be here soon. Buzz King is just a much better choice than probably like Dengirsu, for example, or maybe Hope Harbinger. I'd probably take Hope Harbinger out for it. So you got the Hope Harbinger, the Zombie Vampire, and you got the Sargus. And the Ding, we got Goth Mommy, we have Access Code and Selene package to do, those things. Spoilers, Spellcaster. Anyways, Dark, the Steel, Little Knight, and then IP and the Underworld Goddess. Extra deck is just your standard stuff. Nib, Droll, Duster with Talents. Talents is good in the Therion deck, in my opinion. Cosmic Cyclone and Evenly Match. Now, this list wasn't too bad. Could use some work, but this is just rough draft. Me just thinking about, like, later into the format, right? So let's go ahead and go to the next one. Let's see what this one is. That is an old list from a previous regional, so that one is not important. We'll go straight to the Brave. Alright, so as you can see, this is Horus, Therion, Brave. We're running 2 Amseti because I run 2 Amseti and 3 Kingsark because I do not have a third one. We're running standard Therion stuff as before. We're doing double Water Enchantress, double Right, and then 1 Faithful, 1 Griffin, and 1 Dracoback, so a little smaller of a package to cut card space down. We are only running the two main Horse monsters. We're not running Duamatef or Protector or any of that because we don't need to. Crow as always. 2 charges, and then a trade-in just for extra draw power. Droplets as well. Field spell, imperm, ash, and cross. Cross is just an additional negate, and if your system is in graveyard, it is a negate and a banish. So synchros as follows, which Baron, because I mean you can make Baron a lot of ways with this Ash Blossom, and then like either Fume or Bull or Griffin, either way. Then we got the Zeus. We got Titaniclad, well not Titaniclad, Hope Harbinger. We got Draglublion because we're running that in the new Rom Dragon package. Zombie Vampire, Sargus, Dingirsu, Big Eye because there's a lot of level 7s in here, so Big Eye actually is usable in this build. Goth Bombing, access code with the Selene package, and Apo just for, because you can spam the field and get that Apo out turn 1 pretty easily. Gloomy, Little Knight. And the side deck is pretty much the same. Nib, Droll, Talents, but there's a Thrust this time. Triple D-Bear, triple Evilly match. Not too crazy. This build is pretty good. It's good on the clapback and recursion, and you know, you have the Regulus negate and the Griffin negate, so that's 2 negates you're going to put on board, and you're going to probably end up making that Barone too, depending on how your lines are going. Or worst case scenario, you're just going to set up everything. You just can't turn, do not turn 1 make Hope Harbinger if you're going first, because you need Hope Harbinger to be in the extra deck to do the Numeron OTK. So if you're going first and you plan on Numeron OTKing them, you need to just not make that. Make something else instead. There's other choices. I don't have Typhon here, but Typhon should be in here too, and then Buzz King as well. Could probably cut the Apo out and maybe the Underworld Goddess for those two, depending on how you want to apply it, depending on the situation. So we'll go ahead and back out of that. We'll go to Therion Horus. This is a build I ran for a regional. I think it was Indy. I got 6-3 for this one. This build is just janky if you would just want to like floodgate some people, right? So it's real simple. We're running in the same ratios for pretty much everything, but this time 2 Lily Bora, and we are running the Dwamatef and the Protector, I believe, too. But this entire build is entirely based off small worlding into the Earth Barrier statue and putting it on the field and then protecting it with Coliseum, Regulus, and then whatever else we could set up. So let's jump into the extra just to see how it goes. We got the M-Punisher, we got the Baron, we got the Zeus Typhon package. We have the new Fire King rank 8, which this was actually something else for the regional because Fire King wasn't out yet. We got the Numeron package right here, Zombie Vampire Sargus, and Dingirsu as well, Goth Mommy, Aver Max, Apo, IP. This was, I believe this was like pre-Little Knight, I want to say. Pretty sure this is before Little Knight even came out. I don't know. This is just, I just felt like throwing this list up because this one was just a funny one, and it was actually mildly effective because this card's kind of crazy. Especially this format. 3 Nib, 2 Kaiju because we can small world into the Kaiju, we can small world into the Droll. Duster, triple Skill Drain, triple Judgment, because Skill Drain and Therion interactions are actually hilarious for those of you who know. And for those of you who not know, I can explain that in a later video, or if you guys end up wanting me to explain, I can explain it in the comments too. Either way. So let's go to the next one. So we got Therion Horse Bestial. I personally loved this build. This was one of my favorite ones for Therions. These were all relevant to this format too. Just add Buzz King, get your little knight in there. Everything else still sticks and works pretty well. This one main deck Droll. Ratios were double Amseti again, because again, double Amseti, triple King Sight, because you know why. I only have 2. We were running 2. Our Therion ratios were 2 King, 2 Lily Bora, one of all the other ones that were important and useful. And then we are running all the Horus bricks except for Protector, right? Because you know you kind of have to. We're running a Bestial package, 3 Libellion, one of the other ones. A Vision package with 2 Visions and the Crimson Gaia. A Floating Apple Dragon that's searchable with Magnum, which is also pretty good. 2 Argeo, 2 Field Spell because we don't want it to be too bricky, and this seemed like to be the best build to like push out drawing 6 to 8 cards turn 1 plus putting down a fat board. Triple Trade-In because Trade-In's pretty good card, but a little bricky sometimes. And then like Foolish and Terraforming for the 1-ups. So extra deck was very simple. I had a lot of success with this build actually. Out of all the ones I've got to test in person, this one probably had the most success. I got another one I'm working on right now, but it's more dragon related, we'll just say that. So you got the Peter, Chaos Angel, Baron. You got the Scarred package right here. You got the Zeus Typhon package. The Hope Harbinger just for like runic and the weird stuff. Zombie Vampire, Sargus to push. Ding to remove stuff. Apo, IP, Little Knight, Gloomy, Snatch, Banish, you know, Jumping Appo, good stuff. 2 Noob, Duster, Lightning Storm, still relevant today, ironically enough. Triple Tactics for 2. 3 Cosmic, 2 D-Bear, 3 Evenly. Evenly you're going to see in every list because Evenly's still good. You catch people with their pants down that. You especially like game 3, you're going second, you Evenly, they're bored. Chances are you're going to win. So this build is pretty fun as well. And I got one more for you guys. Alright, this is Therion Cash, right? So we're running 2 and 2 for the important Therions, which is King and Lily. We're running 1 of all the other ones, so we're running the 7s, we're running the 8s that matter. And then our cash package is actually bigger than the Therion, so we got the Ogre, triple Unicorn because it's back to 3, triple Fenrir. 1's Tailman's Cash tier, and you're probably thinking why. You're not milling your opponent with this. You want to mill yourself with this because your goal is, like, if you're going first and you start off into your cash plays or whatever, you want to mill, like, say if you got a Regulus in hand or an Argo system in grave for whatever reason, you want to do the mill to put a Therion card in graveyard to, like, play out your Therion hand depending on what you have. Chances are you have a Regulus or a Therion in hand, and you're just trying to use this to put another one in graveyard, which it happens about 80% of the time. It's still pretty good. We're running the Scareclaw, we're running double Rise Heart, and then Ash, Crow, Imperm, double Theosis, double Droplet, double Charge, and then 2 of the field spells. Extra deck's a little wonky so far. It's still work in progress. I'll update you guys as we go. And Punisher, Baron, Chin-Ying, just because there's a lot of banishing going on, especially with playing this in a cash build, so Chin-Ying's pretty good. This is very, very free to make. Take one of the 7s and Ash, and bam, Chin-Ying, there you go. We got the Buzz King on this one, ironically. Now, Zombie Vampire, Sargus, Dark Armed, which I feel like Dark Arm doesn't have to be there for this type of build. So Dark Arm could easily be like Zeus or Typhon. Metal Flare for time. Big Eye, because Big Eye, I probably want to only run 1 Shang era in my opinion here, because I mean the main goal is to leave him on the field, not to make Shang and pass on it. So probably 1 Shang era, and that could be like the Zeus or the Typhon you need. Appo, Hita's pretty good here because there's a lot of fires involved in this one, because there's this and this right here, and then Bull. So really good for stealing like their Ponix or their Fire King stuff or their Hydrant, you know, whichever way you want to go with it. IP, and then Little Knight as well. Then we got the triple Nib, triple Droll, the Bear, evenly matched, Duster, and the Lightning Storm. Alright, so that being said, this is kind of what I've been working on myself a little bit recently. I would have had this out sooner, but I was having some technical difficulties, plus, you know, work, you know, can't really avoid work, work pays bills. But this is all I got for you guys right now for some Therion deck theory. Tell me how you guys think on like the builds, which build was your favorite. Give me feedback on it, because I'm going to keep messing with Therion stuff all format. It's because right now I'm messing with Therion stuff and then Dragon Link stuff. But that being said, this is all I got for you guys. This is Mr. Extra from Team Extra. You guys already know who I am. Don't forget to give a shout out to our sponsors, Japan Imports, Chainlink, Dueling Guard. If you go to chainlinktcg.com, promo code is Team Extra in all capitals. Go save yourself some money in Dueling Guard. Promo code is Team Extra, capital T, and then capital X, one word. Again, go save yourself some money. Really good people. I've met these people. They're pretty nice. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you.